Welcome back to FakelyClash, guys. Today, we're testing out this new Frost Flake equipment, and it looks like it has a lot of potential, having that freeze ability. So I went ahead and got it from this event. I did not max it out, but I've got this Mighty Moose to max it out for me. And it's kind of strange we're seeing equipment come out for the World Champion when she already has the Electro Boots and Rocket Spear, which is like the best combination in the game. So in my opinion, this is kind of unnecessary, but here we go. My first attack ever with Legend modifiers. Used the Queen to take out the Air Sweepers. I missed both of them. Not ideal. Then I put the Siege Barracks at the top to funnel. Normally I'd put the World Champion on the other side with her Rocket Spear to help with the funnel. Instead, I throw everything down. And I'm assuming this army's only good when you put the World Champion with the entire army. So that's exactly what I did here. I put in the Minion, Prince, Warden, all of them, and the World Champion together. And this is kind of what ended up happening. I get down here to the bottom, pop the ability, and that freeze comes in handy and freezes all of these defenses so that way my troops can go take them out. And the attack ended in a 3-star in the Legend League modifier. So right off the rip, expectations are really high for this thing. But then I tried again, and it kind of got hard to see where she was. So as you can tell here, I'll circle her. She ends up dying on her own, pops the ability, and yeah, this attack, it just didn't end very well for me after that. So then I try using her ability early so I can save the Warden's ability, save a couple totem spells in the beginning. And here's the results of that. You know, the freeze works well, but I think I'd just rather use a couple totem spells instead of her ability because this attack really didn't end well for me. So I'm going to try one more thing with these dragons, and that's going to be using her like I normally would, put her in a corner as if she has the Rocket Spear. So that's what I do. I'm assuming, you know, I've got a couple invisibility spells, so I'm assuming that I can keep her alive for a little while. But while I'm also trying to keep track of my main army and deploy the totem spells for them, I lose track of the World Champion. She ends up popping her ability because she got low on health, and that's when I realized this ability is just not for air attacks. So I pull out my Super Yeti ground attack because this is just a spam attack where I kind of put everything in together. And I'm thinking that's just the best way to use this new ability on the World Champion. So start out like normal with this walk, and I actually get really good value out of this World Champion walk. I ended up putting this Spirit Fox as the pet, and the walk went great. So now we just gotta be patient, and then in a minute here, I'm gonna deploy all of my troops and spam them down. So here we go with the main part of the attack. I'm just gonna put all the Super Yetis down in a line, then the King, Queen, Warden, Wall Wrecker, everything. And then I'll put in the World Champion behind, and everything's going to be heading into this base. And things are looking good so far. I mean, all I did was spam everything down, because there's really not a whole lot of thought that goes on with this army, which is really good. That we have this easy army that we can turn to in times of clan war and clan war leagues and stuff. But would this be the best attack in Legends? Well, I'd have to try that out. But it did seem pretty promising here. I've got everything moving into the center. The World Champion stays behind so she can get tossed around on the Tornado Trap. I'm going to deploy my last totem spell up there to help with the core. And in a minute here, I'm going to pop this ability on the World Champion. And check this out. She freezes everything over here so we can go take it out. And this whole side of the base is just gone thanks to her ability, which is super awesome. The Queen's going to come up here and finish off that Expo and Ricochet cannon. And this attack is looking really good. So I think we finally found exactly what this equipment is good for. And that's for ground attacks where you can just place the World Champion with the rest of the army. Because we've still got 3 heroes left. Everybody but the World Champion. And this attack is crushed. It was really great. But we also have to realize that we're at a time in the game where dragons and air attacks are really dominating. So in the meantime, I'm going to stick to this Rocket Spear, and I'm not going to waste any of my ore leveling it up. But let me know what your thoughts and opinions are in the comments down below.